स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Minash Mishra.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। Good evening, everyone, and good morning to the people, those who have been joining us from the other time zones. And welcome to your day, to a day of your own questions and where we find the answers as well. So if anyone has any questions for this day, please raise your hands so that we can begin this session. So I think no questions, and we are done with our work. So very good. So let us just sit for some time. Let's So Haribhai, we have finally achieved what we wanted to.
नहीं कभी कोटा खत्म नहीं होता महाराज जी.
I was thinking like when I will stop the Q&A session, and today is the day, I believe, where I can declare that we will not have any more further Q&A sessions.
So one hand raised, महाराज जी. Okay, Dhawal ji, please unmute yourself.
So this should be the last question, right? So where we end the Q&A sessions. What a great way to end when Shiv Dhaval Trivedi asks the questions and we end it. Go ahead, Dhavalji.
Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
So actually, I have asked you one question a couple of days back, and you mentioned that let's take it on the Wednesday. So I was going through our past sessions in which we discussed that what award means from divine. Does award from divine vary person to person, or it's common for all? And how to play so well, and what to play so that we get award from divine.
Okay. For my question, so you have caught a good turn from that, what I said. That's good. At least you caught something in that. Do we really look out for the divinity for a gift? Divinity itself is the gift. Now, if you find the divine, will you go and say, where is my gift? Where is my gift? Obviously, they will ask you, okay, if you are here, so I am here in front of you, ask what you want. And if they ask, what are you going to say? अगर पूछ भी लिया उन्होंने तो आप क्या बोलोगे बताओ, क्या गिफ्ट चाहिए आपको? And here is your answer. Based on your awakefulness, you will ask. And when you ask, does the gift vary from people to people? Yes, based on their understanding, it varies. For some, they might say, okay, if I get this certification done, I pass in the exam. Yeah, they will get that. But if somebody says, no, I'm done with everything, just want liberation, okay, as you say. So it is not the divinity that decides what gift you want. It's you who decides what you get. Divine is just standing there. You ask and it is given unconditionally. Or else, see all these, if you go into our mythology, all that they asked, all was given. किसी ने कहा मैं दिन में नहीं मरूं, रात में नहीं मरूं, घर के अंदर नहीं मरूं, बाहर नहीं मरूं, पुरुष आदमी से नहीं मरूं, राक्षस से नहीं मरूं, जानवर से नहीं मरूं. What was that? So he has already decided what he will say. And then some of us just go and say, when you are there, what can I ask? And they just merge into that.
Surrendering.
Again, can you see? Even when a God is standing in front of you, there also you have certainly some worldly desires. That's why you will ask for a gift. So here, one thing has to be understood, Dhavalji. You gave the world the priority, not the divinity. Then what do you become? Have you seen any God doing a sadhana and getting boons? किसी देवता के बारे में सुना है कि उसने बहुत तप किया और तप करने के बाद शिवजी प्रकट हुए और उन्होंने शिवजी से ये मांगा? नहीं ना? Why? और जिन जिन लोगों ने मांगा उन्होंने क्या किया उसका? All those who asked for the boons, what did they do out of the boons? Can you see, what do you learn out of this? When you are in front of the divinity, if you are asking something else, that means you are giving the divinity the second priority. Your priority is still something. You still want power. You still want health. You still want wealth. So based on your understanding, you will get it. Why did the divine appear in front of that evil person? Then you should ask, does the divine don't know that he is going to misuse it? Of course, they know. Then why did they appear? Because the divine says, I am going to pay you back for your efforts. It doesn't matter it is done by a good person, a bad person, because the divinity knows, even though I appear in front of that person who is evil at heart, he will only ask for evil things. And he will destroy himself. Batao, any of the mythology you go, anyone did a great sadhana and asked for some boon, what did they do to themselves?
Yes, you Lord.
So when divinity is not your priority, you destroy yourself. Might be you enjoyed for a certain time, but they wanted to become something beyond that. They tried to trick the divinity through words, but they don't know the words have itself come from him. शब्द ब्रह्म, जैसी आपकी तैयारी है बुलवाएगा वैसे ही आपसे. The way you have prepared yourself. Right. So obviously the gifts will differ, not because the divine wants that, because of the way you have trained yourself. I have decided that I just want to do a sadhana through which when the divine appears, I will ask that, give me the powers I can walk on water. अच्छा धवल जी, अगर आप पानी के ऊपर चल ले भी, संसार का क्या भलाई हुआ मुझे बताओ एक बार. What good you did to the world by doing that? Yes, लोगों में आस्था जगा सकते हो, but ultimately, you know what we will do? We will start a printing company. You got what is a printing company? Because you have created a drama, people are enjoying that and they pay. Do you want to do that? If that was to be done, you can go and print anything. Why through this path? How many of you, can I give another answer because some answers are required here? Can I? How many of you have troubles in your life? कुछ लोग बोले चेहरा देख लो दिखाई देगा आपको चेहरे पे ही लिखा हुआ है It's already written on my face. You should not ask the question. So you have problems, right? If you have problems, why are you wearing it like a crown? At least wear it like a slipper or a shoe. जूते की तरह पहनो, मुकुट की तरह नहीं. But where do we keep our problems?
On the head.
And they will run around everyone and show, Shashi ji, dekho, dekho, I have this problem today. I have this problem today. I have this. Good. But the day you didn't have any problem, you didn't told anything to anyone. Have you found anyone, those who come to you saying like, hey, I have a great day. I have a great day. I don't have a headache today. I don't have a headache today. No.
And when they are happy, they consider it is take it for granted, but not happy, then
blame. But just remember, let's take a very simple example of your headache. How many times you have complained about headache?
Quite often.
Might be in your entire life 10 times. I'm not asking to ask somebody else in your family because they will tell some other story. I'm just saying as a personal thing, for you own self, you might have headache for 10 times or 5 times only. That's it. But the day we have a headache, we tell everyone. The day we don't care even our head is there or not. Hai to hai. And one more amazing thing that I just want to add it, if you are having problems in your life, as I said, don't put it as a crown on your head. Put it as a slipper on your legs. What does that mean? See, I want to teach something because little Ayushi is around, so I have to tell in a very simple way so that everybody gets that. You go to temple. What do you do before entering the temple? Remove your
shoes.
Why?
It's a tradition.
Tradition? That's why I said ki wear your problems as your shoes. So that when you enter into the temple, at least you will remove that and meet the God, not sit with your problems. Anybody's slipper has gone sometimes in the temple?
Not mine.
मेरे साथ हुआ है. I have gone through that. And I was so happy. You know why? If I am wearing my problem as my slipper and somebody has taken it away, happy. So Dhavalji, if you have lived your life not with the problems in your head, when you meet the divinity, you will not be carrying your problems. And if you are not carrying your problems, all that you will ask is directly the divine itself. But if you have too much of problem, let's say you are having a fingernail pain, and the divine appears. He will ask, what to do, what to do, what to do. Can you please? So it differs. So it's not that it's the divinity, it's your understanding of life. So when you ask like whether the gifts are different, the answer is very simple. It's not about the giver, it's about the person who takes it. And if you really want to get the best gift of your life, okay, you want to get the amazing gift of your life, it depends on who you are. You remember long time ago, almost a year ago, I gave you a very simple example where I said, if you have to gift something to a person who is working at your home, a housemaid might be. You remember I gave you the same example. I still remember that. A housemaid comes to your house, and if there is some birthday of her, let's say, and you have to give her a gift, what will you gift her? She has been working hard for your family. She has been a very good person to your family. You go to the shop,
Sari,
might be a sari. Cost
500 or
500.
700.
But let's say you want to go and meet the President of India. Why President of India? Let's say somebody very, very of a high respectable position who can give you everything. What will you take?
Some
500 sari? A sari worth is 500?
Some monuments maybe
You will go crazy first of all to find what I would
to
give.
give. Something special.
Something special. Did the person who gives the gift changed here?
No.
Who changed?
To whom we are giving.
Will the divine change? If you are a housemaid, you get a 500 rupee sari. And if you are something special in front of his eyes, you get that. And I think all of the people in this room deserve a great gift. You will know that the day it appears in front of you, you will know that. That how well you have been prepared. That he will go crazy to, what should I give? Now just think of God standing in front of you, biting his nails and thinking what he should give to you. Of course, you can do that. You know why? I have everything. Go search, give something to me that I don't have. I have everything. Then you will find the divinity says you have evolved in such a way that nothing less can be given to you except me. So now accept me. Are you getting that? So this is not about what I am going to get. It's about what I have become. And I think that's what we are becoming every single day. That's where we are evolving. That there will be a day. Can I say a bold statement?
Please.
A very bold statement. People with, and I'm live, so I'm speaking, but people might understand in any ways they like, but that's their boundary, not mine. Dhaval ji, I say, मैं मंदिर जाया करता था देवताओं के दर्शन के लिए. I used to go to temple to see, have a darshan of the devatas. आजकल तो देवता हमारे घर आया करते हैं हमें देखने के लिए. Now the divinity is coming to my house to watch me. What changed?
Within our.
What is the, did you see the gift actually changes because of me, not because of the giver? So become that. And don't worry even about the gift. What you have become is enough. And yes, of course, whenever you are meeting the divinity, go with an absolute empty mind. So that whatever he wants to fill, let him fill. I will not clog it. Because my limitation of the mind is there. And he wants to give unlimited things to me. And even I will limit the giver by saying, this is what I need. You remember in the UK session, I was saying, no, कभी कभी वो कहते हैं ना, भगवान जब देता है छप्पर फाड़ के देता है और कुछ लोग छप्पर की तरफ देखते हैं, क्या आया वो नहीं देखते. Oh my God, my छप्पर. अरे, just see what he has given, not toward that broken roof. Yeah, Dhavalji, please continue.
प्रभुजी एक चीज अभी last Sunday I was meditating the way it has been told. So I experienced something that in one of the photographs it is shown that from the birth till the death, and since many 84 lakhs of births, different evolution has been also shown. So this birth is also one of them, and I am just above all of that and seeing it from some another realm myself. So this was a truly a unique way of looking at things. I have never experienced that way of experience.
That is good. That is one way of looking at understanding, like, all this is what I have been. Do I want to continue this cycle back? If I am able to see that, at least by now, I should change my path. So if you are walking on this path where you are reached to a state where you are at least able to see a glimpse of it.
Perhaps I think this is very first time in this birth I am realizing this. That level of magnitude, attitude of understanding.
See, many things will appear, Dhavalji. Many things will appear. The only thing is, keep on walking on that path. And then you will continue sharing, so don't worry. As you keep on walking, you continue sharing as well. Okay.
But the only thing is, after that experience, in a days or two's time, it again we drag back to illusion.
It wants.
So looking for the grace, so we realize that state of mind.
Not the greatness of the giver. Preparation of the one that is correct, taking correct. That. It's not the greatness of the giver. Giver came because of the one who has practiced it, right? Greater is not the giver here. It is you who is doing that. We are just showing you the path. You walk, you get it. So thank you. Suddenly, I think like I should have future Q&A sessions also. Like too much of enthusiasm in the room, I believe. Chalo. So Dhavalji, shall I move on?
Thank you. Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Shashiji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम मानस जी.
प्रणाम शशि जी.
पता नहीं, अगर मैं अभी जो बात कहने जा रही हूँ ना तो किसी और के बारे में है और ना ही कोई सवाल है, और I just want to share this thing that I see my life in two phases, one before I met you and one after I met you. And I think last month we completed 1 year of our interaction. And if you remember clearly, I used to say, I am not a person of process. मुझे कोई rituals नहीं आते, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता, इस ग्रुप में इतने लोग इतना कुछ कर रहे हैं, मुझे कुछ नहीं आता. बहुत कुछ था, हाँ, and I was mesmerized by your promises. सब हो जाएगा, ऐसा हो जाएगा ना, and I said wow, जिस दिन वो हो जाएगा ना बस, तो फिर मैं मतलब I was just looking for कब वो होगा and then what I'll be doing. I can say today I'm not to go anywhere. I don't look forward to. I sit here like an empty vessel, and I understand that whatever word you are saying, it is all for me. आप नाम किसी का भी ले रहे हो, बात सिर्फ मेरे से कर रहे हो, so all others disappear. I have nothing to ask because asking means I want something. There is no want. I know things will come to me whenever they want to. If they come, good. If they don't come, very good, because it was not meant for me. And no, I'm not seeking anywhere. I mean, I'm just there. My only query will be to understand the process. कि कहाँ जब आप पहले सिखाना शुरू किया था, and I still remember that 9 day of Navratra, and I was running like a mad person to collect the things for puja samagri, ये लाल कपड़ा और ये चीज और वो चीज, and it was like मतलब मेरे घर पे कुछ भी नहीं था. Let me put it as clear as possible. आज भी नहीं है, और आज मुझे उसकी जरूरत भी नहीं लगती है. नहीं है, ठीक है. I don't ask anything, because when I am with divinity, I don't need anything. What should I offer? I offer myself. So once I offer myself, everything is offered. So if I say a year before where I was so worried, so इनको मुझे ये प्रोसेस सीखना है, मुझे ये कैसे पता चलेगा, फलाना मंत्र की विधि क्या है, किस डायरेक्शन में बैठना है, कौन से कलर का कपड़ा है, क्या ऑफर, वो सब कोई मायने ही नहीं रख रहा. So I just want you to just let me understand my process within. Why it's happening to me? I'm not saying good or bad. This is happening. And lately you would have seen that I don't even ask question. I don't even put on my video because that distracts me. So I just switch off and I'm very much there. और आपसे भी मुझे बात करने के लिए, जो मुझे पहले आपको कहती थी नहीं मुझे आपसे बात करनी है, शेयर करनी, मुझे अब उसकी जरूरत ही नहीं होती. If a thought or something comes, and if this is like the way you say the preparation, तो मैं ये सोचती हूँ अगर मेरी तैयारी है तो मेरे बिना कहे वो सुन रहे हैं और मुझे जवाब मिल जाएगा. कैसे मिलेगा I don't know. That's why whenever we have an interaction, I just sit and things just happen. तो मतलब I don't know how to, because I think आपके शब्द जो आपने कहा था ना, याद है एक बारी कि शब्द बड़े कमजोर हैं, और उससे भी ज्यादा कमजोर हमें, क्योंकि हमें सही शब्द चुनने भी नहीं आते. So I can offer myself, and if you are there, I don't need anything else.
So चलो हम आपके विचारों को शब्द दे देते हैं. So let me put a few words on your behalf, because something has been written and it has been so amazing. I've been talking about that to few people, but let's recite it again for all of you. Very few have heard it. So Sashiji, can I talk on your behalf? And now you don't know what is going to happen. And now I read this, and this might just brighten up everyone. It's in Hindi, then I will translate it in English as well. But listen to every word very carefully. आंसू बहाना तो हमने उसी दिन छोड़ दिया था जिस दिन हमें ये एहसास हो गया कि ये हमारी आंसू पानी नहीं, गंगा का पावन जल है, और इसीलिए हमने इन्हें धरती पे गिराना बंद कर दिया. और हाँ, अगर कभी अकस्मात शिव का ध्यान करते हुए ये बह भी गए तो सीधा उनके जटाओं में समा जाते हैं. इस शरीर को शरीर मानना तो हमने उसी दिन छोड़ दिया जिस दिन हमें यह ज्ञात हो गया कि ये बस एक हड्डी और मांस का टुकड़ा नहीं बल्कि कई लाशों से उभरा हुआ कैलाश है। और इसलिए हमने इसे यूं ही माया के आभूषण से सुसज्जित करना बंद कर दिया। और हां, अगर कभी अकस्मात शिव का ध्यान करते हुए ये भस्म से सुसज्जित हो भी गया तो सीधा उनके ध्यान का स्थल बन जाता है। हमने अपने हृदय का धड़कना तो उसी दिन बदल दिया था जिस दिन ये आभास हुआ कि ये तो संसार के वस्तुओं के लिए नहीं, शिव के लिए धड़कना चाहिए। और इसीलिए हमने इसे संसार के वस्तुओं के लिए धड़कना बंद कर दिया। और हां, अगर कभी अकस्मात शिव का ध्यान करते हुए ये धड़क भी जाए तो सीधा उनके डमरू का नाद बन के गूंजता है। सांस लेना तो हमने उसी दिन छोड़ दिया था जिस दिन हमें यह एहसास हो गया कि ये हमारी सांसें केवल एक वायु का प्रवाह नहीं, शिव की शक्ति का प्रतीक है। और इसलिए हमने इन्हें यूं ही बेखबर होके फेंकना बंद कर दिया। और हां, अगर कभी अकस्मात शिव का ध्यान करते हुए ये छूट भी गया तो सीधा उनके हृदय में समा जाएगा। I think these are your words.
अब बताइए, मैं मांगती भी तो क्या मांगती, जो आपने दिया उसके आगे तो वो कुछ भी ना होता, मेरी सोच भी वहां तक नहीं पहुंचती जो आपने दिया।
So anyways, I'll translate that into English also.
Yes,
So
and
so people, those who don't
Thank you.
understand Hindi, they will get it as well. तो शशि जी, कैसा रहा आपकी बातें?
तो मुझे ये लगता है कि मैं सही थी जब ना बोल के, ना मांग कर, ना उन रीति रिवाजों में फंसकर, ना उस प्रिपरेशन में फंसकर, जब मैंने अपने आप को दे दिया तो सब पा लिया। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर टीचिंग मी दिस टेक्निक। बहुत सारी टेक्निक, बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं, मुझे उन टेक्निक से मुक्त करने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक
यू शशि जी।
Thank you, Shashi ji. Deepika ji, please unmute yourself.
Pranam Mahadev.
प्रणाम।
Mahadev, actually this is a question from my son. He asked me, both his grandfathers are no more. So we have their pictures near our puja place. I mean, not in puja place, but near there. So every day after he does his job, he'll just go to them and he'll say, bless me. And you guys did a bad job. So why don't you come back? He will ask like that. So I told him, even if they come, you'll not be able to see them in the same form. They will come back as babies somewhere else. You don't even know them. So why do you want them to come back? Don't even ask for that. I just tell him. Then he asked me, why can't they come back? I said, why do you want them to suffer by coming back here? He said, why will they suffer? Then I asked him, are you happy by coming onto this earth? He said, yes, I'm very happy. So I was like wondering what way to answer his question. I know I did not answer his question properly. When he asked me, I thought, yes, why not? Why, if everybody stops coming back onto the earth, what is the whole purpose? Like, what is going to happen? I just wanted to ask that.
Wow. So all the questions of Tanmay?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Tanmay.
Amazing. And you have done a great job by confusing him.
I confused him. I know that because I don't have a clarity. So how can I give a clarity to him? So
see, he is right in his own ways. You are right in your own way. So I have to tell it in a statement. Those who are born into the earth are unhappy. The ones who are taken birth into the kingdom of God are happy. Where are you?
Yes, Mahadev, like That's where my question started. Like, okay, after all this, these many births, we have met you, or you have promised us that we will get Jivan Mukti. So will this carry forward into the next births? If that is the case, then in the very beginning, when we came from God, how did we end up doing all these things and falling into this cycle?
Wow.
And if we are going to forget all that, then if we wish to come back onto the earth again, this cycle is gonna. So how? I mean,
very, very, very powerful question. Many even don't go there to ask. Good. So here you're actually questioning everything now, which is a good thing. If I have come from God, how did I did the error? That means again we are going into the karmic questions also. Okay, I'm going through this phase of life because of certain karma. But what about my first janma where I didn't had any karma?
yeah.
Can you see we are going to the root cause of it all together? Very tough question. Not for me. For
Yes,
you.
Mahadev, that's what I was about to say.
For me, it is the easiest question.
Please, please.
Very good. Do one thing, go into a dark room, switch on the light. What happens? What happens?
And
Go
darkness
into the dark
disappears.
room, you switch on the light.
Darkness disappears.
Darkness disappears, light appears.
Yeah.
Shadow?
Yes. There will be shadow.
When did the shadow begin?
When the light has come.
Did you see both appear together? I'm not talking about darkness. Darkness is eternal. I'm talking about something
Yes.
else. I'm talking about shadow. Shadow is ignorance.
Hmm.
So when I'm saying shadow is ignorance, when did shadow began? The moment the light appeared. Without the light, there was no shadow. It is only because of the light, the shadow is there. So how did you begin all these things? The moment you separated yourself. The moment you separated yourself, what happened? You got two attributes. Ignorance and wisdom. Can I give a very classic example that everybody understands? When did Sati burnt herself? सती ने अपने आप को जला दिया था ना? कब? जब वो शिव से दूर हुई. यस और नो? शिव से दूर होने का मतलब क्या है? Moving away from wisdom. Moving away from the one who knows. And when you move out from the person who already knows, you go into a space of your own wisdom and ignorance as well. What created your karma? Your ignorance. Now the question again will come back to the same bouncing question. Why did then it created the ignorance? I should not go there. I will not say problem is not with ignorance. Problem is you not trying to remove that ignorance. Do you know German? Can you speak? You cannot speak German, right? Since when? Since when you don't know speaking German? You don't even know that. In this life, I don't know German. That's what you can say. But can you guarantee in the last life you knew that? You cannot answer that also. Okay. So let us only stick to this life only. That means You are ignorant towards that language. Now, if we sit and fight, since when you don't know German, why you don't know German, we'll never get an answer. But if you learn German, the question vanishes. So the issue here is not how it all started. All that I ask is, why are you not eliminating it now? You only want to dig the buried. Why not save the one who is right now here? So what should we do? Shall we go into that same question of egg first, chicken first? Somebody gave a very good answer, Raniji. You're sitting in a restaurant. He said, egg first, chicken first. He says, whatever you order first. If you order chicken, the chicken comes. If you order egg, the egg comes. So it is not in the fight. So my entire question is, it is not about how it all started. It is an attribute of that. An attribute comes with so many things. A sun. Can you separate sunlight from sun? It's the attribute of sun. So similarly, there are certain attributes with which all these things have come into us. So instead of we struggling to find why all this started, if I have at least known right now, let me eliminate that. What should you do? Shall you or will you even spend this lifetime only thinking about your past? Will you do that? Or you decide that, I don't know, might be fault with the God, but I'm not going to fight with God. I'm going to correct God. Who can correct God? Be that, na. Everybody can find a error. But if you have the capacity to even rectify what God has done some mistake, think of what you will be. Even he will, you remember I did this, na? Even he will be biting his nails. Oh my God, somebody found my error and rectified it. Let's say, Deepika ji, I sit in your house and I say, this is not right. That is not cleaned. This is so messy. Anything is going to change except your own mood. Even if I go to somebody's house, if I see something is there, let's say somebody has thrown something on the floor. What's the problem if I pick it and put it into the basket? I am not worried who did what. I say in my presence, everything is good. In my creation, everything becomes beautiful. Why can't you be that? मानो गलती हुई भगवान से, चलो ठीक है मान लिया. लोग नहीं मानते. नहीं सुधा जी कहते भगवान से गलती नहीं हो सकती. मैं तो कहता मान भी लो उससे गलती हो भी गई, even though he did that. But you know what is error? So rectify that. And more than that, Deepika ji, why did you found the error? That means he wants you to rectify that. So what should we do? Live with that or change it forever? And we always need heroes, you know. You be that. Who will say, I rectified God's errors? Amazing. Many followers. What if rectifying takes time? आ जाना फिर से. Just come back again. rectify it, go. What's the problem? इतने जन्म तो ले ही चुके हो, और एक सही. But your efforts will not go wasted. So Deepika ji, now put your question again to me. And then we will see what happens. Unmute yourself now. Let's say what happened to the question.
Actually, Mahadev, my question is like, once we realize our true self, when we again come back, again the same thing has to happen.
How can you realize
do
that you will
we-
come back? कुछ लोग जिद्दी होते हैं. See, after watching the movie once, again they go into the theater. Movie बहुत पसंद आ गया. They liked it too much. Till you like this movie too much, you will come. I say, I saw the movie, I'm done with the movie. Bye.
Yeah, man. So, like, what happens when nobody is coming back?
We'll start a new movie.
हाँ, फिर से तो वापस आएंगे ही.
It depends.
Okay.
Why do you think that you will come? We'll send somebody else.
Okay.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, Mahadev.
Who is asking this question to me? Who is asking this question to me? You asked very good question, but tell me who is asking?
A mother who wanted to answer her son, actually, because I did not know an answer to tell him why can't they come back. He asked me, why not? Why can't they come back? I said, because we don't want to suffer. He said, why do you want to suffer? So
Can you see you are putting the wrong seed in his minds? You are saying that this world is a
actually,
suffering.
yes, Mahadev.
You could have
Yeah.
said they have found a much better place than this, so they are there.
I told him like they are with God. Why do you want to be
They won't
here?
understand
Then he
God.
said like,
They won't understand the concept of God, Deepika ji. You have to say that because they have found something much better than this, so they stay there.
okay, I'll say this. That's what
Then he will ask,
Mahadev like.
how did they went there? Now sit. Now I will tell you how. You see, it is easy to mold kids. But the thing is, am I giving the right inputs?
Yeah,
Some
because
people say,
don't.
oh, what happened to them? They died. Then where are they? They have become the stars. And then for their lifetime, they think. So these are opportunities. These opportunities should be utilized in the best possible way. And don't worry, you people are going to get your answers this coming Sunday. I'm already working on that.
Okay.
We are going to have a gala time with kids and parents together. Ask him one question, Deepika ji. Instead of answering, put a question to him. What do you say? Why they should not come? Why they are not coming? Put a question rather than answering. Let him search. Because the same question was put to me by Imon. And I gave him another question. I said, you go search. And now he's so clear about death. If you ask somebody died, he says, oh, the body fell. Then you ask what happens next. Based on what he has done, either he will come or he will not come. He's clear in his thoughts. Why? Because I didn't give him an answer. I said, search for your own self. I will give you hints, but you should realize what it is. And I can say he has so much of clarity about death that none of you can make or waver him from his understanding. He easily says, oh, mar gaya. Then again rectifies himself. Ah, wo nahi mara. Sharir mara hai. Why did that happen? So Deepika ji, when your kids are asking a question, don't give them answers, give them hints. Ask them to search. What happens? Your 1,000 stories will not change anything in him, but his one experience will change him forever.
Should not.
So what will you do from next time?
I'll ask him to look for the answers on his own.
You hint him.
Actually, it didn't start with a question, Madhe. Like he was asking them to come back. So that's where all the conversation started. And he asked me, why can't they come back? So that's how it went. Yeah.
No issue. See, kids will be kids. They are inquisitive. They want to learn everything. They want to know. They are like, why don't you come back? You see, don't you feel the air? Yes, they come in through that way. They are still blessing you. They are all around. Then they will say, why am I not able to see them? They are in a frequency. Give them some words. You talk about frequency to them. Then you say, what is frequency? Go search. Talk them. They are in a different realm. He said, what is it? No, go search. Hint them, leave them.
Okay.
Don't feed them. You spoon feed to a kid to a certain age. After that, you cook, they eat. And that's how you should do in the path of spirituality, especially when kids are asking these questions. Don't try to spoon feed. What will happen? You are trying to put that food that you have eaten. Gone. So help them to search for that. That's how you create that greatness within them. What if a mother is too worried about the kids' exams, and what she does, instead of the kid, she writes the exam? What will happen? Kid will be great, right? We are all doing the same. They're trying to give everything. Now, if you give everything, they will not grow. I don't say don't help them. Help them. But not to the extent where they stop imagining, where they stop searching, where they stop inquiring. See, we have so many things right now available. So Deepika ji, this is a very good lesson for all the parents. When a kid is asking a question, how to deal with that? Everybody does that. Every kid will ask a question. And at times we are in a situation where we are not able to answer them. So what do? Tell them, these are certain things you should be looking at. You will get your answers. Do I answer all your questions? At times I say, go search. What does that mean? I hint you to certain things. But if he asks that questions, he should be very happy. Yes, Dhavalji. So Deepika ji, the next time Tanmay comes to you Yes, Sumaji has additional questions. What if we don't have clarity about the hints? Sit with them, search. Both will grow together. Again, a classic example. Iman has gone to a school where they have that language as Telugu, which I don't know how to write. His mother don't know how to write. Now both mother and son are sitting together and practicing a, e in Telugu. That's what you should do. At least you should accept that I don't know.
Yes.
Then what you should do? Let's sit together and learn. You don't know, I don't know. Let's sit and together and learn. So you grow, they grow. This is called as collateral benefit. Even I am trying to find a way through which I will also learn few alphabets from that. But they're not allowing me to. So see, everything has a very simple answer until we complicate that.
Yeah.
Because generally when Sumaji you ask like, what if I am not clear? So here we think, Arey, even I don't know what he will think about me, that I also don't know, and I am always lecturing him. The problem is if I am lecturing him always, he will also question me that way. But if I accept that this is what I don't know, let's learn together. I say that would be a beautiful journey. You nurture them at the same way you evolve yourself. You sit with them, you create that bondage, that connectivity with them. But here, what we do is, if I don't know the certain answer, I said, get out, find somewhere else, ask your teacher, go to school. Why am I paying? The teacher should answer. Why are you asking this to me? What does a parent did? Instead of taking an opportunity to go closer to the kids, evolving and learning along with them, we threw them away from ourselves. Will those kids ever come to ask you anything ever in your life? You see, we all remember a particular teacher. We don't just remember them because they have helped us too much. No, they gave us the space to grow. We love those teachers. You don't like the teacher who always says, "No, all is good, all is good, all is good." No, you like this teacher who said, I can see you have done some errors, but now you do one thing. Sit by my side. I'm going to tell you how you can do it right. Whom do you love? What kind of teacher you want to be? Sit. I say everything is an opportunity to do. Come closer to your kids. So Deepika ji, now the next question should be coming that it would have been better if you were here. I have been training you all for that only. So go. Tell him that even I don't know. Can we find an answer together? What do you think? Just imagine what would have happened. What are the things that because of which we are not able to see them, because of which they are not coming back? Deepika ji will be amazed by the wisdom of a kid. Don't you think he has also lived many lives? So he must be carrying that wisdom. By allowing that, you are opening a gateway for him. A gateway to his past experiences. Allow him to unpack his wisdom. So ask him, what would be the case? And let me know what he said.
Okay.
And you will obviously find he gives better answers. Then what? Then from the next day, you go to him and ask questions.
Thank you, Mahadev.
Thank you. Thank you, Deepika ji. I
Thank you
think
so
already
much.
we have a preview of the Sunday session now. Chalo, let's move
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deepika ji.
Thank you, Deepika ji. Anubha ji, please unmute yourself.
Pranam, sir.
Pranam, Anubha ji. How are you?
I am doing good, sir. Sir, I'll start today's conversation with something very sweet and fun that my nephew commented about you. He's a 6-year-old kid. And when the moment I joined this meeting, he entered my room and he asked me, who is this person that you're listening to? So I asked him, who do you think he is? So he replied, he looks like Chandrasekhar Azad.
Rebirth.
Sir, my question is related to a vision that I had, and it's been multiple times that I have seen these visions. So it's about 3 people who are related to me. They are distant relatives. I have never spoken to them in my life, and all 3 of them, they died painful, unnatural deaths. And I have seen them 3 to 4 times. The first time they were just there. The second time they were standing with their hands joined in front of me and they were bowing in front of me. And after that, again, they are just not telling me what exactly it is that they are wanting from me as to why I see them. Now, I don't understand if they are unhappy or not free wherever they are. And if I can do something to help them, how do I know? Or what they're wanting to convey to me, how do I understand that? And I'm not even sure if invoking them the next time I sit to meditate and ask them what exactly that they are wanting from me, I don't even know if that is going to cause them pain. So I want clarity on this and your help.
Okay. So, Anubha ji.
Ji.
So when you are seeing those people and you already know what happened to them, okay?
Yeah.
So when these kind of things happen in front of us again and again, there is a very simple way of getting rid of this, means to finding a way out of this part. It is not getting rid, rather, as you rightly said, are they stuck somewhere where they are searching for a way out of it, right?
Yeah.
So do one thing. The next time when the Tarpan starts, right, during this Dashera and all those things,
Okay.
hire a priest or somebody and just ask them to do a this til dan hota hai na, Tarpan.
Ji.
During
Ji.
Dashera time, they before Dashera, you remember? So this Tarpan kiya jata hai.
Ji.
So if that can be done,
Ji.
Anuvaji, there is always a reason why these people show up. Might be the only thing that they show up is because they believe like you can do something for them. One. Second, you had a connection with them not only in this life, in some other life, and they are still waiting for you to do something for them. Okay. So the
Okay.
best way to come out of this is, and help them come out of that space, is the way the Tarpan is done. Do some what I call, feed somebody, because it is still a long way, like around like another 4-5 months still left.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what you do is feed someone on their name. At
Like
least
an
you know their
animal.
names.
Yeah, I know the names.
So it can be an animal, it can be a human also, it doesn't matter. But
Okay.
the intention when you are doing that, the intention is be on their behalf, I am giving this and may they reap the benefit out of this act of mine.
Okay.
So these are very simple way, and you know what will happen? You just do that and they will appear in front of you again. But this time they will smile and go away.
Okay. If I can make them happy wherever they are, I mean, that will be a
Happiness,
great.
what does that indicate? Now they have got what they want because they are not able to speak. We don't understand the language of the people, those who have gone. So the best way to deal with those kind of things is, might be, as you rightly said, they're not able to find a way out. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because might be they are certain, as you said, it was not a natural death. So because of that unnatural death, at times it also is difficult. So what you do, just on their name, just give something. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. It doesn't matter if you have a pack of biscuit you are feeding a dog, that's also good. It is summer, if you are putting water for the birds, it's good. But the intention should be very clear in that. The intention should be taken before doing the thing that you are doing. And that is the easiest way to do that. And the most effective way, during the Tarpan time. पितृ पक्ष आता है ना
जी.
पितृ पक्ष के समय पे अगर किसी पंडित को हायर करके उनसे अगर ये पिंडदान या तिलदान अगर करा दिए तो वो बहुत अच्छा है.
जी.
But
सर, सर ये जो आपने टाइम बोला, ये आई एम अज्यूमिंग दशहरा के पहले, मतलब वो नवरात्रि वाले टाइम पे होगा.
इससे पहले होगा. यस,
इससे पहले.
इससे
एंड
पहले 15 डेज पहले होगा वो.
जी. और सर मुझे तिलदान का मतलब नहीं पता है.
सीसेम सीड्स.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. अच्छा. ओके.
ब्लैक सीसेम.
ओके.
So those will work very well for you. But as there is still time is there, you can still start doing small little things now, which doesn't make it big. It's not a big thing for us, but that creates a great thing for them.
Absolutely,
Okay?
sir.
So just
and in fact, and in fact, one of these 3 people was a small kid, like 15, 16 years old. So
sometimes life is harsh, right?
yeah.
Let's help it in the most effective way possible by us. What is there in our hands, let's do that.
Sure,
And
sir.
what better could be by able to help somebody, not only in this realm, in other realms also. I think that's the true meaning of humanity. A human who has the power, potential to become the divinity itself. So Anuvaji, please do that. Let me know what happened. And we will see what else can be done for them. Because obviously at times we do, at least once in a year, we do a meditation in which we help these kind of people together.
Okay.
So you can do that. Okay.
Ji, thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Anupaji. Revati ji, please unmute yourself.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
I want to share something. I don't have a question, but I want to share something for the entire family. It's very rare that this is the first time something like that has happened to me. I broke the jinx of course, getting up in the morning. So now, barring those 2 days for 1 month, now I've been getting up at 4:30 and doing my meditation. I think I've managed to do 3 to 4 minutes of really sound meditation every day. And today something happened which kind of has shocked me. I don't know if anybody had told me this a few months ago, I would have said they're lying. And so I finished my chanting, I finished doing all my mantras, everything, and I was just about to bow my head down in front of the gods. And as I was doing that, I just turned to the right. I suddenly saw somebody standing there. I was so stunned. I for a minute thought that my son has come out of the room and is standing there. But it was a glimpse of a person, bare-chested, dhoti, bald, and there was a hand which just did this. For that flashing moment, I just felt it was in if I say a roop, if I say in some roop somebody has come, I could identify that with Swami Samartha, the Akkalkot Swami Samartha. I could just identify that because for the last 7 days I have been going to the mutt here, the Swami Samarth mutt, and I've been standing there and playing that. No, it's not a guitar, it's that dung, what they call.
Yes.
For 7 days, I've been playing that every day for 1 hour over there. And I don't know what happened today. Can somebody just appear like that? And then it just disappeared. I was so shocked, I was actually sweating. And I obviously cannot share this with anybody in the house. So, you
have truly lost it this time.
Yeah, totally. So I have to share it only with this family. And I think this journey of mine into experiencing something like this has truly happened because of you, Mahadev. I have no words to explain this, what happened to me this morning. Can it happen? I mean, I don't know. Am I imagining? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
This is Swami Samartha picture.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's a Datta. They say he's a group of Datta. And it's when I go there and I sing that for 1 hour every day for the last 7 days. At the end of it, my voice shivers when I come out of there. I feel so happy that I can do this. I'm just grateful that I can go and do this over there.
That's so amazing, right?
I mean, did I really see this? I keep thinking, what happened? I don't know what happened.
If somebody has come and taken something away, we should be worried. He came and blessed you. You should be happy.
Yeah, and his Swami Samarth's one line in Marathi is, "Bhiu nakos mein tuja pathi ahe." I'm standing behind you. Literally, he was standing behind me. Literally, I was.
He has kept his words.
Yeah. He's just kept his words. I mean, I think he's just telling me you're sailing through.
Why can't this happen? I say, when you're asking, like, how can this happen? I say, why can't this happen?
Yeah, I mean,
it has to happen. It should happen. And it should happen frequently with people.
I'm just blessed.
Comes to me with a question and answer. Say, bhai, ho gaya na? Samjhe na? Now you got it.
Yeah, but I think I'm very blessed, and with all the blessings of everybody in this family, I feel very blessed. Thank you so much for just, I just feel a part of something which is so divine. So to everyone who's here and not here, I have to say thank you. And I have to say a special thank you to Apparao-ji for getting me here. And I keep saying I'm grateful to him for having introduced me to this family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Revati-ji. May all these people continue coming to your home. Yeah. And keep on shocking you again and again until you realize that it is truth.
Yes, thank you, Revati-ji. Sudha-ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव।
प्रणाम सुधा-जी।
जैसे अभी ये चर्चा चल रही थी कि कभी कोई देवता ने कोई वो नहीं किए, तपस्या नहीं की, राक्षस ने नहीं किए, और शिव को औगरदानी कहा जाता है कि वो जो मांगो सब कुछ दे देते बिना सोचे समझे, और शिव जल्दी भी खुश होते हैं। तो फिर पार्वती जी को इतनी तपस्या क्यों करनी पड़ी?
ओके, अच्छा, कमलेंद्र जी भी हाथ उठा के बैठे हैं, ठीक है, अच्छा, उनका हाथ उठा देंगे फिर। तो शिव को अघोरदानी कहते हैं, तो फिर पार्वती के साथ ऐसा क्यों? यही है सवाल?
यही सवाल है।
पार्वती है कौन?
शक्ति शक्ति है,
शिव की शक्ति है ना?
हाँ, शक्ति है।
तो क्या किया शिव ने अपनी शक्ति के साथ?
नहीं, लेकिन जब वो भस्म हो गई तब भी वो बताते उनके साथ ही है शक्ति, तो वो कहीं अलग गई नहीं। फिर ये पार्वती का जन्म लेके इतनी देर तपस्या करके तब शिव जी खुश हुए, ऐसा क्यों है? जब वो इतनी छोटे से में एक लोटा जल से खुश हो जाती हैं, तो पार्वती जी को इतना क्यों करना?
मैं भी आपको वही पूछना चाहता हूँ,
हम्म,
पहले तो अलग क्यों है ये बताओ।
नहीं पता
वो बाद में तपस्या कब तक वहां जाएंगे?
अलग
Still,
क्यों हुआ।
why did you departed from him?
क्यों हुआ पता नहीं मुझे। एक तो वो कहानी है, वो सीता जी का रूप रखे हैं जो हम लोगों ने सुनी है, वो उनके आगे चलने लगे। ये तो शिव जी ने कहा अभी इनको माँ के रूप में देख लिया, कैसे इनको पत्नी के रूप में देख सकता हूँ। मुझे यही स्टोरी पता है बस, लेकिन क्यों अलग हुए वो आप बताइए।
क्यों अलग हुए?
हम्म,
अलग नहीं होते तो वो जो सब ड्रामा चले बीच में,
हम्म।
वो सब कैसे चलता? स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम दक्ष प्रजापति, उसका उद्धार कैसे होता?
तो दक्ष भी तो बहुत बड़ा, एक तरह से उसको भी योगी कहते हैं लोग, तो उसको उद्धार करने के लिए ये लीला क्यों रचनी पड़ी? उसका तो तब बल ही इतना बड़ा था कि उद्धार हो जाता वो।
एक एक बात बताओ सुधा जी,
हाँ,
ऐसी कोई अग्नि थी जो उसे जला सकती?
नहीं वो तो योग अग्नि उन्होंने प्रकट
फिर
की थी
कैसे
अपने
जली?
आप। वो योग अपनी अग्नि प्रकट हुई थी उनके अंदर से।
So see, what looks like a departure, a denial, दूरी जो दिखती है ना, these are just for a purpose of creating something bigger than that in this world. And just give me a minute, somebody is ringing the bell, so nobody else is there, and if somebody else opens the door, they cannot see them, it would be a very difficult task. So let me go and come back in a moment. Okay?
ओके सर।
Okay. So Sudhaji, I'm back. Able to hear me?
यस।
Okay. So when we look at all these things as why all these things happen, then I look it as a design through which certain actions has to be taken. And एक बात बताओ, शिव ने पार्वती को दूर रखा या पार्वती के इग्नोरेंस ने उसे शिव से दूर रखा?
पार्वती के इग्नोरेंस नहीं रखा।
आपको?
मुझे नहीं मालूम।
आपको किसने शिव से दूर रखा है?
हो सकता है शिव ने ही रखा हो, क्या मालूम गुरुदेव।
शिव कभी दूर नहीं रखता, शिव तो इंतजार करता है।
तो फिर मुझे लगता है मैं उसके पास ही हूँ, मैं दूर हूँ ही नहीं।
तो ये ज्ञान है, ये अज्ञानता नहीं है। जब तक आपको लगेगा कि वो मेरे साथ नहीं है, तब तक आपको तपस्या करनी है। आर यू गेटिंग दैट? Up until you find, if you won't realize that he is already with me, you keep on doing certain things to achieve him. But the day you realize he is already with me, क्या तपस्या करोगे? और माला हाथ से छूट जाएगी अपने आप। तो पार्वती को वो समय लगा वो समझने के लिए, till that time he was still.
लेकिन जो वो शक्ति है, माँ है, उनको तो सब कुछ पहले से ही पता है, तो उनको समझने में कहाँ से टाइम लगेगा मुझे?
एक बात बताइए, संसार के बारे में आप क्या बता सकते हो? What can you tell about this world?
मैं तो कुछ बता नहीं सकती, जिसने बनाया है वही चला रहा है, वो
Just
जाने।
normal, just as a talk.
नॉर्मल, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे क्या बताऊं संसार के बारे में?
संसार आपको क्या लगता है क्या है?
संसार तो सच नहीं है, वो तो माया है एक तरह से। अजी अभी
पक्का?
आप यहाँ बैठे हो, बिल्कुल पक्का यहाँ बैठे हो, पता लगा अभी गेट तक नहीं पहुंचे, आप निकल लिए बाहर, यही तो है संसार।
फिर भी आप इसे सच मानते हो?
इसे सच मानते हैं, ये भी माया है।
सो वो जो था,
मेरा क्वेश्चन तो यही था ना गुरुदेव, कि जब वो सुप्रीम पावर है,
वेरी गुड। सो
हाँ, तो उनको ये क्यों होगा कि वो तपस्या कर रही हैं तब उनको शिव जी मिलेंगे, ये मैं जानना
now,
चाहती हूँ।
okay, so the simplest answer to that now, वो तो आदि शक्ति है, लेकिन जो पैदा होते वो तो मनुष्य है।
वो मनुष्य है।
जब एक मनुष्य पैदा होता है, उसे कैसे पता चले कि वो शिव तक पहुंचे? तो कैसे पहुंचे? How will they reach to that ultimate? So those were the pathways that have been laid. आपको याद है हम विज्ञान भैरव तंत्र का बात कर रहे थे?
याद है।
And I answered this on that day itself. I said, Parvati came and sat in front of Shiva and started asking the questions. When she knows all the questions, why was she asking the questions?
वो तो ऋषियों जो और दूसरे लोग बैठे थे, ऋषि मुनि जो भी पूछने आए थे, उनके भी आप पे पूछ रही थी, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्ट उनसे नहीं, शिव से कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते।
Because if Shiva is saying those 7 people will never question Shiva itself. What he said, okay, done. Then Parvati entered. She said, let me interfere. So she was not asking the question on behalf of those people. She was doing it on behalf of the people those will come later, so that they also get the answers to that questions. Similarly, she has laid down certain pathways through which even you can become that. Just like she asked questions on your behalf, she has laid down the pathways on your behalf as well. और अगर वो बिछड़े ही नहीं होते तो ये पाथवे मिलता कैसे? And more than that, there are so many things that they become while that transformation was going on. कितने सारे अवतार हुए, कितने सारे चीजों का उद्धार हुआ. So this is how to put it in words, a big stage of drama.
तो ये ड्रामा क्या जो आदि शक्ति है, जो अनादि है, परम ब्रह्म है, उनके लिए भी ये ड्रामा होता है क्या?
क्यों नहीं होगा? देखो, आपकी उम्र कितनी भी हो, आप मूवी देखने गए तो भूल जाते हो कि मूवी देख रहे हो. शिव के 5 कलाएं, 5 attributes of Shiva. इच्छा शक्ति, he has the will. क्रिया शक्ति, the art of creation. इसी में आता है इच्छा शक्ति का और एक भाग, भूलने की शक्ति, जिसे माया शक्ति या माइक शक्ति कहते हैं. 4th, realization shakti, again searching and finding. 5th, becoming that again. So all these 5 attributes mein, there is one attribute that he will forget. So when we are here in this body, we are also forgetting the same thing. And when they started some thing called as a play or a leela, they made sure that if we don't forget, we cannot enjoy it. लीलाएं क्यों की जाती हैं? Not for sorrow, for enjoyment. But for the ignorant, it is pain. But for the one who is realized, it's a game. So what looks like a too much of suffering for Parvati? I say become Parvati and you will know.
अच्छा गुरुदेव, इसी से थोड़ा मिलता जुलता एक क्वेश्चन ये भी आ रहा था।
बिल्कुल
जब ये बॉडी लीव करती है, ठीक है, जिसको सोर्स में मिलना है वो तो मिल गए, जो आत्माएं जाके फिर आना है जाना है, तो जब उनको जब तक जन्म उनका नहीं होता तो वो पीरियड वो कहाँ रहते हैं?
थोड़ा लास्ट लाइन मिस कर गया, कैन यू टेल मी अगेन? और एक बार बोलेंगे?
हाँ, जब वो रिबर्थ नहीं ले सकते तब तक वो आत्माएं कहाँ रहती हैं?
उसके बारे में हमने बहुत सारी अच्छी व्याख्याएं की। उसके बाद कुछ लोग वेजिटेबल काटना बंद कर दिए थे। I told you where and how those things come. Let me remind you.
Short में
The food that you eat are holding the life forces of those souls that are waiting to take birth again. Where are they? Mrityulok. Here only. They have just taken the form of a food so that you consume that. It goes into your body. Either it takes a birth as a cell in your body or through you as a child. Based on what? Based on their karmic account. Then who are you? Who is even allowing those souls to take birth through you? आप कौन हो?
पता नहीं, इतने दिन हो गए मुंह से निकलते ही नहीं कि मैं ही गॉड हूं, मैं क्या करूं?
अभी निकल तो गया कैसे भी। नहीं तो इसीलिए एक काम करो, प्रणीत क्या करता है, वो ये नहीं कहता कि मैं गॉड हूं, वो कहता है कि देखो मेरे पीछे कौन है।
ये तो हो सकता है।
नहीं तो अपाराव जी ने और अच्छा, he has given you a very way out. Say creator.
ये सब हो सकता है, लेकिन गॉड नहीं निकलता मुंह से कि मैं गॉड हूं। ये थैंक यू गुरुदेव।
भगवान ने हमें कभी दूर नहीं किया जब तक हमने वो दूरी ना बना दी। मैं तो भगवान के इतने करीब हूं कि मैं कह सकता हूं मैं भगवान हूं। जो दूर है वो अपने आप को इंसान समझे। आई एम सो क्लोज दैट आई कैन से आई एम गॉड। चलो कोई बात नहीं। थैंक यू सुधा जी।
थैंक यू सुधा जी। अदिति जी, Aditi ji, please unmute yourself.
हर हर महादेव।
घर घर महादेव।
सब जगह महादेव।
अभी अभी आए हो ना, इसलिए
घर के बाहर भी महादेव मिले।
So, go ahead.
ओके, मेरा क्वेश्चन ऐसे था कि एक सोल जब जन्म लेता है तो उसके साथ उसका जो स्पिरिचुअल उसका जो प्रोग्रेस है, इस लास्ट जन्म में उसने जो स्पिरिचुअलिटी के जो भी उसने कर्म किया है और उसके हिसाब से उसका नेक्स्ट जन्म होता है, वो एक बात। और उसके जो कार्मिक अकाउंट है उसके हिसाब से उसका जो नेक्स्ट बर्थ होता है, वहां पे वो चीजों का बैलेंसिंग मीन्स मुझे क्वेश्चन रामकृष्ण परमहंस के बारे में ऐसे पूछना है कि वो एक गुरु ऐसे स्थान पे थे, उनकी इतनी मीन्स ही इज वेल मीन्स उनका जो इतना अध्यात्म का पूरा ज्ञान था, ये सब कुछ था, ये एक वन साइड, और उनका हेल्थ रिलेटेड जो इश्यूज हुआ वो एक साइड। तो मीन्स ये हाउ इज इट मीन्स बैलेंसिंग मीन्स लास्ट जन्म का ये जन्म में आने का ऐसा क्यों है महादेव? मीन्स आई एम नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग। मीन्स वो एक ट्रैवलिंग अलग है, वो जर्नी अलग है, ये जर्नी अलग है, बट ये कैरिड अवे ऐसे क्यों मीन्स होता है?
Let's go and complain to God. Why you have created that you will be carrying forward the karmic account, and then see, you need a currency or not.
Yeah.
If you have to run a show, you need currency. What is the currency of this world? Of the dead and the birth. What is the currency? The currency is karma. So that's why, is it good that you are here in Hyderabad and you have some amount of X amount of money in your account, and then you go to Kashmir, and when you put your card, there is no money? You'll be happy, right? No, you'll be happy or not? No, you will be happy on that day when you had some negative balance in your account, but when you are putting your card in Kashmir, it is showing full balance. You'll be so happy, right?
Yes, right.
You see, we are happy choicefully. We choose which makes us happy. But if I have 10,000 rupees in my account here, if I go and travel abroad also, I use the same card, will the amount reflect in that or not? The problem will be if it doesn't reflect. If it is reflecting, it is good, because you need that currency there also. So you should be thankful to God instead of complaining. And by the way, if you really want to have a great life, you should do good karmas. So next life you don't complain, you live a better life, good amount accumulation. So live. So here, instead of complaining, you should be so happy and thankful that it is good that you are not deciding. You have given those powers in my hands to decide what I want. इससे अच्छा और कौन हो सकता है बताओ? Who could be much better, more benevolent than him? That you only decide what you want to become, you only decide what you want to get, you only decide what you want to become in the next life as well. Or else, when you took birth, there would have a slip stuck to your head. Name should be Aditi. Date of birth, date of death. She should become this. And then your parents should look at this. Oh, this is what she has to become. Let's done. Over. Good. See, he did not do that. He didn't bound you on all those things. He said, you just go and play. If you understand the game, come out of that. If not, play some more time. So good deeds, bad deeds. And when I understand good deeds or bad deeds, I should never complain itself.
I'm not complaining. I want to understand the at the same time, good deeds and bad deeds means he is going through both the things. So he is at the high in spirituality. He is a great guru. And at the same time, his body is suffering through the greatest.
How do you know
pain.
his body was suffering?
That is my view. That is wrong.
It's a way you looking
Yes.
at it.
Yes.
So what looks like a suffering to you might be a passing away of the body.
Yeah.
You cannot look at something and say. You remember one incident that happened there, right? There is one incident that specifically I remember. One day, Vivekananda was sitting near Ramakrishna Paramahansa. During that time, Ramakrishna Paramahansa was having that throat cancer. It was so much of difficult for him that he was not able to eat. Okay. He was not able to eat, and Vivekananda was sitting by his side and he says, why this suffering to you? Why all this problem to you? You are not even able to eat. You are getting weak day by day. Ramakrishna Paramahansa was able to speak very slowly, but he asked him certain thing. Shall I?
Yes.
He said, do you remember your earlier days when you didn't even had food to eat? He said, yes. Now, even you lied to your mother. You always used to say that I have taken the food in my friend's house, so I'm not hungry, so that your mother can eat that food and give it to your other siblings. He said, yes. But when you came to me, and whenever you come to me, you are very young. And I used to feed you with laddus, pedas, and fruits, and sweets, and whatnot. And you used to eat that. He said, yes. But how did I know that you were hungry? How did I know that you are hungry? He said, you are a person of enlightenment and you can see through everything. Then Paramahansa asked, how can I see through you? Then he says, as a body we are different, but as a soul we are the same. He said, okay, that means I knew that you are hungry because I became you in that moment. He said, yes. Now, if you agree that in that also it is me, in this also it is me, why are you worried that I am not able to eat? If you eat, I get that. If the same is there, the same is here. If you eat, that means I am eating. And can't you see, when you are looking through a clumsy hole that this one body is not able to eat, can't you see through so many it is feeding itself? Through so many mouths. Aditi ji, राम ने भी जल समाधि ली थी, कृष्ण को भी बाण लगा था. We will not be able to gauge what they are from the minuteness of our mind. Why suffering? What if I said like he suffered because of you? Will you agree?
Yes, agree.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
why did he suffer?
Like you suffered for us.
So is it his karma?
You're paying for us. Like
So the problem here is the moment you become the doer of something, you suffer. If you don't get into that space of doing itself, you will never suffer in your life. So suffering is nothing but attachment. Gautam Buddha said the same thing. All the great teachers have said the same thing. So what you should be working on?
Detachment. Asambhu, nirvikalpa, nirakara.
You have pain in your eye, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Attachment.
What should be done then?
I kept aside for so many days, but today it's unbearable.
Too much of attachment. You just do one thing. You just say you have come, you will go on your own. I am not there. There are certain things that is taken. You see, there is a mother. And when the child is in trouble, the mother takes the trouble. So shall we blame the mother? No, he loves the kid so much that she takes away some of the pain. She has her limitation out there. She limits to the physical realm. Here, even the teacher has the power to take away certain of your karmic accounts. And they go through certain things. Just one day ago, somebody sat by my side and said, "You are not doing enough. Why don't you do something for the people, those who are not here anymore? They have left." Then I said, the divine might be speaking through him. So I sat down and I did another Anushthan just a day ago. I only slept 1 hour 45 minutes that night. And the entire day I didn't had any food until 4 o'clock. Then the same person asked me, "Why are you doing all these things?" I said, "You only said I am not doing enough." So I did it. But what appears to be a pain to you, right? I said, I have not slept in the night. I have not eaten any food in the day. It feels like Shivratri to me. मैं रात को सोया नहीं, दिन को खाया नहीं, मुझे लगता है आज शिवरात्रि है. What looks like a pain to you looks like Shivratri to me. How can you come to this level of thought where even those pain don't matter to you? I think that's how you should evolve into that space. Aparavdi, sacrifice, you get attached to that. Not even sacrifice. I just did it. Ichha Shakti. Why did Shiva chose to look like that? He just chose. We can sit and debate, okay, the fashion designers were on leave on that day. No, he just wanted to look like that. He looked like that. So Aditi ji, suffering that looks like that they suffered, either they took it over themselves because of their people that they love too much. But here also understand, they took it because they loved. Loved is an attachment there. What should be done? Don't think of that. Tell me, can you really suffer?
No.
Let us not go to them. Let's ask you directly. Can you suffer?
No.
When was the last time you suffered?
Never.
Then who is suffering?
Mind and body.
And what about Ramakrishna Paramahan's cancer?
My ignorance.
So did you see, we are going and taking the examples of the greatness of people. Again, you will be amazed when I'm going to talk about this on Sunday. All these points are covered. And many of you will laugh at your own self. Many of you will go crazy about your own self.
One more thing.
So just wait for another 4 days. Let the Sunday come.
But one more thing I want to ask now.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing I want to ask little bit.
Go ahead.
आपने अभी बोला कि अटैचमेंट से एवरीथिंग हैपेंस मींस जो ये चीजें हैं तो यू टेल मी कि आप हमारे लिए यहाँ पे आए हैं जैसे आप कहते हो कि आप लोगों के लिए आया हूँ ये is this also attachment or what?
This is not called as attachment. This is called as hijacking.
How?
How means if I come with my own will, that is attachment. But some people got together and said, let's hijack. Are you getting that? I was not. And that's why I can leave this moment. Can you leave me this moment? You see, Ayyo, Amma, and all those words will appear. But for me, I don't need anything. I'll just go vanish. So am I attached? So there is a very typical thing of looking at this. I am emotional. I am not attached. What is the difference? If I see you crying, I will start crying. So I'm emotional, but I'm not attached. Because the day I get attached, I cannot do justice neither to this, neither to you. I will lose the freedom. And the person whose hands are tied, he cannot help the other person to get free. Yes or no? So please, my special single request, don't hijack me ever again. Because I've never heard the same flight being hijacked twice.
We need you.
अंधा एक बार नाटिक होता है. Once only. So this time, either you come along or you stay alone. Reincarnation, वो भी नहीं चाहिए. Too much of drama.
But it was there at the time of Ram, Krishna too, na?
Who? You.
The drama was there na? At the time of Krishna and Ram too. Then, so what if it is there with your time?
कभी आपको देख के लगता है अब रावण तो नहीं कि राम को खींच के लेके आ गए.
हो सकता है.
No, not all these things, Aditi ji. See, if something is available to you, just get a way out of that. Let's say you are standing near a river and you have to cross over the river. If you don't have urgency, you know what he will do? He will stand there and start counting how many nuts and bolts are there on this bridge. Yes or no? If you don't have any other work, you will go read who created that, built in, built by, who honorable, who inaugurated that. Then you have read that, then also you still don't have anything else to do. What you will do? Okay, now let me count the nut bolts. That means there is no urgency to you. But the person who has an urgency to cross over, what will they do? They'll just run over that. They will not think who built, how was it built, till how long it will stay. It doesn't matter. They just want to cross it over. What about you? You want to count the nut bolts?
No.
So cross over.
Okay.
It's not about why we came. It's about, are we going or not? You see, Dhavalji is upfront bluntly saying, I will do whatever you say, but I don't want to come back. इतने परेशान हो चुके, बोले आना ही नहीं है.
Same here with everybody.
तो फिर नट बोल्ट क्यों काउंट कर रहे हो बैठ के?
Just to clarify something.
चलो. But what have you decided?
Reaching to Krish to home with you. Never come back. You are
Chalo.
not there. Why we will come, Mali? We won't leave you. You may be anywhere.
समय बताएगा, समय समय. Time will tell. We'll see.
हमारी तो यही इच्छा है, बस आपकी कृपा हो तो क्या है.
मतलब you put a gun on the head and say आपकी कृपा हो तो.
Yeah. We are already surrendered ourselves. Now you take care.
चलो. Thank
Now
you.
you take care.
Aditi ji.
Thank you.
Kamlender ji.
Yeah, let's see. Please, Anita sir.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
प्रणाम.
प्रश्न तो एक्चुअली जो उन्होंने पूछा था सुधा जी ने, पार्वती जी का, तो काफी दिन से मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा था, लेकिन उन्होंने पूछ लिया. लेकिन एक चीज तो क्लैरिटी उसमें काफी आ चुकी थी, क्योंकि मुझे मालूम था आपका आंसर आगे ऐसे ही आने वाला है कि अगर हम दोनों की लाइफ को कंपेयर करें, सती की और पार्वती की, तो सती ने भी शिव को पाने के बाद में खो दिया और पार्वती ने पूर्ण वो कंप्लीट करे, उसके कारण से वो पा पाई. वो खैर काफी डिस्कशन का मामला आ जाता है. तो खैर आज मेरे को सिर्फ एक ये चीज पूछनी थी. गुरुदेव, आपने बोला था धन आकर्षण भैरव का 3 महीने के बाद में एक बार फिर से वो करेंगे, तो उसकी कोई तिथि आपने डिसाइड करी है?
ओके, ठीक है. मैं वो धनाकर्षण भैरव का एक बार चेक करके फिर बोलता हूँ मैं.
हाँ,
ओके.
और ठीक है. अच्छा, एक चीज मेरे को ये बीच में आया था, मैं एक्चुअली उस दिन ये पढ़ रहा था भगवत गीता, तो उसमें एक श्लोक में आता है कि भाई जो उनका एक दिन है इतने 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 वर्ष का होता है ब्रह्मा जी का, तो वहां पे वो टाइम फ्रेम कैसे आ गया? जबकि वो मतलब स्पेस और टाइम से तो परे हैं ब्रह्मा. तो वहां पे भी एक श्लोक में आता है कि भाई ब्रह्मा का एक दिन जो होता है इतने कल्पों में जाके कंप्लीट हो जाता है. इतने सारे मतलब आपके ये सतयुग और ये त्रेता युग वगैरह सारे चलते हैं, उसके बाद में उनका भी एक दिन कंप्लीट होता है. तो वहां पे उनका टाइम फ्रेम किस तरीके से कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं लोग?
ओके.
क्योंकि उनका तो कहीं टाइम का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है ना वहां पे, उस जगह जाके टाइम और उसका स्पेस का तो कोई है ही नहीं लेना देना.
ओके. Because they are also under Mahamaya.
Okay.
Now, for understanding it from a human mind perspective, we ask a question: is it really possible that Brahma's one day is equivalent to these many million years of a human life.
Yes.
Then we scratch our head. Really, Brahma can exist that long? Now, compare that.
Mhm.
Let's compare a human life. What is the average human life?
Well, now it might be 70 years maximum.
72 is the average that they are taking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if 72 is average, average means you will not die at 72. Hello.
Mhm.
Average means just a common. Some people are dying at 40, some at 100. Naito,
Yes.
some people, they said, you said I will die at 72. They will write in their diary.
Mhm.
And on their 72nd birthday, they will call me up. I didn't die. No, I'm just taking a average.
Yes.
So when a human lives 72 years and I compare the same lifespan with a mosquito,
Mhm.
which just lives for max 2 days.
Mhm.
That means 48 hours. Now compare his life with your life. Can he even think of living that long?
No.
He won't agree to that.
Absolutely.
It's because of the thing he is comparing his life
Mhm.
span with yours. Now Brahma's day looks long because we are comparing it with the lifespan that I am going to live in this body.
Absolutely.
Now one more thing comes into play is the time space limitation is appearing because of the physical body.
Mhm.
If I stop comparing this or I just get above this physical body,
Mhm.
as a Atman or a spirit or a Brahman, how long have you been here? How many Brahmas have you seen?
Anand.
How many times you have become the Brahma?
Mhm.
Is there any limit?
There is no limit.
There is no limit.
Anand.
So there in the space, when we go into the realm of creation, wherever there is a creation, there is a time frame.
Mhm.
Beyond that level of creation, there is no time space, because time space is required to create a creation. Let's say I delineate time from this world. समय के नाम की कोई चीज ही नहीं है. आप बताओ, नौकरी करने कब जाओगे, खाना कब खाओगे, बच्चों की शादी कब करोगे, बच्चा कौन से स्कूल में पढ़ेगा, कैसे एग्जाम कब लिया जाएगा. If there is no time, the concept of time is delineated.
Mhm.
Can the creation go on?
Mhm.
Drama band.
Mhm.
How many of you watch cricket? देखते थे, अभी नहीं देख रहे तो कम से कम देखे होंगे कभी.
बिल्कुल भी.
So when you remember the golden days when they used to play test matches?
Yes.
Now compare the test matches with your T20. Have you seen people going to eat, people going to sleep, people waking up, brushing their teeth and still watching the test matches?
Yeah.
Because it is going on and on and on. कोई मतलब ही नहीं है.
Mhm.
The batsman has been standing on the field for the past 2 days. But in T20, you cannot blink. So similarly, when you go beyond time space, you don't bother about all these things. ये चलते जाएगा. It's just going on and on and on.
Okay.
You come, you go, you do some drama, again you leave, you come back. लेकिन ये चलते जा रहा है. And because that there is also a creation process involved.
Mhm. Okay.
जो हिरण्यगर्भ है, हिरण्यगर्भ में भी creation है, which is under the control of Mahamaya.
Okay.
Mahamaya क्या है? Maya is nothing but time and space again. Because all the drama is happening because of that.
Absolutely.
You are sitting here comfortably, suddenly you look at the watch and say, oh my God, it's already 10:30, I should sleep. What happened? That is what is creating all that thing. Suddenly, by looking at the clock, it created a urgency within you.
Absolutely.
So that's how, when you calculate as the creation, all these things are created in that way. And currently, anyways, it is half a day of Brahma that we are living in. Afternoon, why? A little bit like 3:30 kind of time. So there is a long way to go for this world. अभी कलयुग चल रहा है, घोर कलयुग आएगा फिर. So अभी कुछ नहीं हुआ है. So it is possible.
मतलब वो भी अभी एक टाइम फ्रेम के अंदर ही रहेगा उनका भी. ब्रह्मा का भी आयल है किसी का.
The ingredient, the main ingredient of creation is time and space.
Okay.
Can you keep anything if you don't have a space?
No.
No. So you need space.
Yes.
And then for how long this thing should be there?
That has to be.
Just think of nobody died in this world. What could be the population of this world by now? See, time, space. In order to keep space, you need time. So that something is taken away, the space is maintained. So उसके लिए time की जरूरत है. So it also exists in that realm, because when you are talking about Brahma, not Brahman.
Yeah, I'm talking about
when you
Brahman.
talk about Brahman, there is no time space.
Yes.
It's beyond that.
Okay.
And that's why there are stories about Brahma, there is stories about all these gods. Because they appeared in the time and space.
Absolutely.
Okay. So time and space even stays there because they have to change the creative process. So it is still there for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kamlenderji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally, Apparao-ji. Let's see.
Apparao-ji, please unmute yourself.
This was unintentional. I don't know it has pressed it. As such, I don't have anything to ask. It has by mistake it is happened.
Okay, fine then. Thank you. So hereby, before I go, let me give you a small little glimpse of Sunday. The small little glimpse of your Sunday, because you should know when your kids say why we should be there. You are already sitting. Why do you want to pull us? Then tell them that by being there, the first and foremost thing that you will learn is about your mind. I know my mind. I don't need anything to learn. Okay. So I'll give you 2 pointers. How many of you know your mind? How many of you know it? How many of you don't know it? How many times when I say, any one of you can describe the mind, how it looks? And Preeti ji, बच्चे ब्रेन का ड्राइंग कर देते हैं, कहते हैं कि ये माइंड है. They draw the brain and they say this is mind. They don't even know the difference between brain and mind. So ask them, how does the mind look like? So Aparoji, even the same question. Bunch of thoughts. How big or how small? So when I say a few attributes about your mind, tell them your mind will always postpone the things. How many of you have known that? It always postpones. Everyone. Yes or no? थोड़ी देर में कर लूंगा, कल कर लूंगा, I'll do it tomorrow. One character of your mind is it always keeps on postponing the things. It never denies anything to you. It only postpones. Today night while sleeping, you decided tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. I will wake up and go for running or go to the gym. Has your mind ever denied you in the night? If you said tomorrow I am going to do this, he said yes, let's do it. But do you wake up in the morning? You wake up with the alarm. Then somebody whispers 5 more minutes. And you go back to sleep. When you wake up, it is already 8:30. 5 minutes from 4 o'clock, 8:30. I don't know with mathematics it is. And then slowly it will come and tell you, you loser. You could not wake up in the morning. Now, can you see? It is the one who said, okay, we'll get up. It is the one who said 5 more minutes. It is the one is saying you are a loser. Who is talking to whom? And until you know that part, until you realize that, it will keep on playing games with you. It will not even allow you to live in this world, let alone spirituality. So this is where we will be working on that. I'll just want to give a little bit certain things to the kids as well as the parents, those who don't understand the value of meditation or dhyan on these things. People question why spirituality. I said, let's sit and talk. That would be a good way of looking at it, because even I'll be talking about some philosophy, the philosophy of the Western philosophy and the Indian philosophy. The Western philosophy says, control the mind. Affirmations, incantations, observation, law of attraction, all control the mind. Indian philosophy says, don't control the mind. Go beyond the mind. Because if you control the mind, you will become great. But if you go beyond the mind, you become God. Then the kid will ask, can I become God? I say, sit, we will show you how. You want to become Superman? Sit, we will show you how. You want to become Spider-Man? Sit, we'll show you how. Then what about the parents? I said, you have lost that chance of becoming Superman, Spider-Man. At least now become a man. At least become that human. So, many people don't know the meaning of gentleman. Dhavalji, you know what is gentleman? Gentleman, the first word comes as gentle. Gentle means have that kind of respect towards femininity. And then you become a gentleman. You just cannot say anything to a female and say, I'm a gentleman. You are not a gentleman. You are a harsh man. The first quality to gentleman is to be gentle first. And then they come up with the tag. Raymond's perfect man since. So what I would suggest is, anyways, you are not going to miss it. And the timing I'm thinking about, like, it's 7:30 in the morning, not 5 a.m. because kids are kids. And there is somebody who is laughing very loudly. Just last week he was asking, why 5? A little bit delay would be good. God listens. But don't be too happy. If God listens that if I said to start it late, it is starting late, think of all other things that you are saying. He is hinting you that what you said is also happening. That means what other things you are also saying should happen. So be very careful. Obviously, there will be stories. So I'm trying to make it as playful as possible. We'll see that. And even on Saturday, I'm going to address at least like 400-500 students and parents. So even I'll ask them to be a part of the Sunday session. So it should go like a fully packed thing here. So let's see. And then like Rajan ji, वो आ जाता है ना, एक मूवी देखते देखते दूसरा, next time I am even again thinking of bringing one more part of Ramayana into play, the way you have not seen Ramayana. You remember the Hanuman one, right? There are few more which you all will again just season चल रहा है राम का. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. But yes, let us all come together for this Sunday. Because Haribhai has struggled a lot to bring me here for that Sunday. I have always been telling I'll be talking to the kids, I will be talking to. Finally, I said, okay, let's do that. And initially, I was thinking of only doing it in a school. But suddenly when I realized that why only in school when we are available online, why not pass it on to everyone? But my way of delivery is going to be the same, whether there are 10 people, 50 people, 500 people or 50,000, nothing is going to change. But one thing I can say, I don't know whether I will repeat that or not. Time, space. Space, the number of people that can be accommodated. Time, I don't know whether I will do it again or not. Creates urgency. But my intention is to bring in that clarity, not only for the kids, but for you as well. So see you all on Sunday morning. And for the US people, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK people, I have to do another one, or else I will just share the same video with them. Because the timing is not matching with us. All others we can accommodate. Like 7:30 IST means like 8:39 EST, CST, PST, MST. These are the 4 you are following, right? So might be, for some people, you might have to burn a little late night oil. So fill up your lamps. So thank you so much. See you again on Sunday, and Haribhai should be sharing the flyers soon because I've already given him the write-up. It should be coming up. Just share it in your with all the kids and all those that are around you. Let's do some magic for them. Okay. Thank you so much. See you again.